Hello, everybody. If everybody wants to come in here and watch me, and if for some of you all who know me, I am Jacob Icy Jake. I am the sound engineer for Street Fight, and I'm gonna do some little intro stuff. I'm gonna be your host tonight. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be up here doing some random things. So how's everybody doing tonight? Woo! That's what I'm talking about. So I think I'm gonna do a little something to the stuff that everybody knows. You know what I mean? And then I'll get your favorite people out here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Put your hands up. Yeah. Check. It's like growing up, they taught us never ever trust the other side. All we got is us, and not too many of us come back alive. I done made it past 25, like goddamn, I'm the fucking man. Never get my time back from Uncle Sam. Let it go on contact, hope it don't jam. Like ooh, I'm on the block with my troops, ain't rocking no red, white, and blue. We in all black, cause it is harder to track whenever they looking for you. Keep your face covered, don't even let them see your skin color. Cause if they don't get you, they gon' get your brother, plus 5 others. It's a dirty game, they the ones running like hey. But we gon' bring it to the streets tonight. Yeah, let's have a street fight. Hey, 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 we gon' bring it to the streets tonight. We gonna have a street fight. Hey, yeah. When I say street, hey, y'all say fight. Street, street. When I say street, hey, y'all say fight. Tell me. Sorry about that. Fucked up a little bit. But guys, gals, and non-binary pals, I'm gonna invite the wonderful 2 sweet boys up here that you know, Mr. Murder Brian and Brett Payne, and they will take it from here.
Woo! Ruby Tuesday, how you doing? Not the restaurant, but would be cool if it was. I'd love to crowd surf into a salad bar after the show. Thanks for being here, everybody. We appreciate it. Columbus, y'all are awesome. They don't get shit like this anywhere else. This is special. And y'all showed up, and we appreciate it. We're Street Fight Radio, the #1 anarcho-comedy radio show on any station across the nation. We've been doing it for a while now, so thanks for being here.
I like that you quit saying the years now, because you don't remember.
I don't know the years anymore.
I don't either. I think it's 9, but
maybe.
I don't want to be a liar and have somebody go back and fact check me, and I get 3 Pinocchios for that one.
Yeah, it has been a while. We started very early on yelling about drone strikes. We were just a show that was mad about drone strikes.
That's true. That was the main gist of the first, 200 shows.
Well, then we folded in hating the police. That added a lot, right?
That's a lot more fun, actually, too.
Yeah.
Feels like you're really hurting somebody's feelings when you do that.
Yeah, fuck the police, right?
I love saying that. Yeah.
We are live all over the internet, but those people, they don't get what we're doing here tonight.
They didn't fucking come, so fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
They don't get to hang out late or any of that. So part of doing the show, I mean, there is kind of a pressure doing a political show. You got to pay attention a little bit to what's going on with the election. Unfortunately, it's 2020, it's election time, and there are people now that are doing endorsements.
We're all fighting right now. We got all these good endorsements going on. Joe Rogan. I love that. I love it. Hey, he's a dumbass. That's what it is. So, we got him. Whatever. But I've been doing some research on celeb endorsements because I'm curious at what the big-time celebs are doing. It's important for me. And now I have to look at my phone.
One that I saw, you showed me the list, and I was very surprised to find out that Ben Harper supports Pete Buttigieg.
It's an odd one. How can you do that, Ben? Come on!
It makes me now think that Ben Harper is the guy that joins a grocery co-op, and behind the scenes he's like, I'm secretly the CEO of this thing though. I'm the one that makes it run. I'm the best. I'm in charge. I'm an A student, right?
He is. I think the other celeb endorsement for Mayor Pete is actually funnier to me though than Ben Harper. It's Seth MacFarlane. What the fuck? Here's what I thought though. as Joe Rogan goes, so goes Seth MacFarlane. But I was sadly wrong about that. Big celeb endorsement, though, for Amy Klobuchar, which is, you guys all love her, right? Yeah, good. She throws stuff at people. It's cool.
She ate food with a comb.
She did eat. Is that her?
Yes.
I thought, sometimes I get her mixed up with Kristen Gillibrand because I'm sexist.
Yeah, she looked at one of her interns and was like, "Where's my fucking fork?" And they were like, "They must have forgot it." And so she took a comb out of her purse and just started eating her fucking salad like, "Nothing will stop me."
That's actually cool, though.
It is. I like her.
I'm only eating salads with combs now. I use a brush because I'm a fatso and I want to get as much of it as I can. So a big celeb endorsement for Amy Klobuchar is Jim Klobuchar.
Okay. It's bold. It's bold.
Hey, you know, if your dad's not endorsing you, I don't know what you're doing. My dad would not endorse me. I'm fairly positive my dad would be like, no, he can't do anything. No. Especially when I run for city council.
So his dad is his celebrity. Her dad is her celebrity endorsement.
That's all she got, man. It's I mean, because
That's all. That's all my daughter would have too, though, probably. But I still wouldn't want to give it to her because I want people to make me. I want people to think that I actually thought about it. You know, like I wouldn't want to choose her just because it's my daughter.
Right. Well, it's like I wouldn't endorse my daughter because I would think it would be embarrassing for her to look at the list of endorsements and one of like 8 is me. Ooh. Celeb endorsements for Elizabeth Warren we got here. John Legend likes her. I don't know how we feel about him, really. I mean, he's a sexy man, so...
Yeah, great Christmas album. But you got to have a lot of money to really enjoy Christmas.
Yeah.
And that's what it says about him.
Yeah, he likes money. The next one is someone a lot of the people in this audience are very familiar with, Arthur Chu. She promised to get rid of the ants in his house.
This is a video game blogger, right?
No, he's not.
Right? I don't know who he is.
Who did Ninja go for? We got Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, besides the obvious, which is Jim Norton, has endorsed Tulsi Gabbard. Her other big celeb endorsement, the superhero, the man, the myth, the legend, Ron Paul.
It's happening, right?
She's going to get in there and he's going to resuscitate the Constitution, finally. It's time. It's time we started living up to these constitutional values, and Ron Paul's going to help us by releasing like a racist newsletter every month, I guess.
I thought Ron Paul knew that he wasn't helping anybody by endorsing them.
Yeah.
I thought he was wise in his old age.
Guy, remember in 2008, I was like pushing for Ron Paul. Like I know you guys are all making fun of me, but 80% of you were voting for Ron Paul in 2008. I don't care.
I mean, yeah, count up all the hours on the tattoos on this arm. It was basically just talking about Ron Paul the whole time.
That is true. Tattoo guys love Ron Paul. That's like if he ran for president again, he would get every tattoo guy, Joe Rogan and Tulsi Gabbard.
Yep.
We got Joe Biden.
Boo. Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe. Fuck you, Joe. Yeah, I hate that guy.
Hey, cut the malarkey out there. That's Joe Biden's campaign slogan, if you guys didn't know. It really, really is. Cut the malarkey. So that's great. He's cool. He's funny. His endorsements are odd to me. I picked 2 of them at random because they're funny. George R.R. Martin.
They must have like a poker game together or something.
Right, I can't imagine George R.R. Martin sitting with Joe Biden. I actually can, actually. And his other one is as white bread as it gets, Tom Hanks. Isn't that sad?
Fuck you, Tom. Fuck you, Tom. Fuck you, Tom. You got to do it. All of them go to hell. All the celebrities go straight to hell.
Oh, that's sad,
Including
though.
Tom Hanks, too.
Tom Hanks, that is the saddest chant we've ever had at one of our shows. Do not badmouth Tom Hanks, okay? He was in Captain Phillips, a movie that I didn't see. The next guy I got here is Bloomberg. This is just from my, yeah. I got the moves, like Bloomberg. So I heard this last week, and I was not incredibly shocked, but also kind of like, eesh. Howard Stern is behind Mayor Bloomberg. So,
Yeah, New York City sticks together, and we should take a big saw and cut it off of the United States and kick it out into the ocean so
Hey.
they can stay together.
be nice to New York City. We'll be there in May, so we have to fucking say nice things about them. And then in June, we'll say New York sucks again. It'll be cool. And Judge Judy, which that's a big one. That's a fucking big one. If I thought I could be yelled at into voting, she might be able to do it too.
Here's the thing. Judge Judy will not piss on your head and tell you it's raining.
That's true.
She will tell you she pissed on your head.
Neither
She's
will-
very honest.
Do you think he gave them a shitload of money just to do it?
No, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I feel like there's just social climbers, right? There are people.
Yeah. I mean, Howard Stern's like a billionaire. Of course.
He's a New York guy. He if they were like, you could be the mayor of New York, Howard Stern would be like, oh, I guess so. I guess I will, actually. Like he would take the keys.
Yeah, he said he's a guy with his head on his shoulders. Okay, so, and he was very successful at running New York, apparently. I don't believe that. So now we are on Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. It's been going well. I know there's a lot of you in the crowd. It's been great.
We have a Bernie bro audience. And first, before I say Bernie's first endorsement that I have on this list, I want to read something that maybe is going to give you all a little bit of happiness and joy. And that is Fred Durst talking about Donald Trump. And now I'm going to read his quote, and you picture me as Fred Durst. I'll put my hat backwards if you... Yeah! Who could be the boss? This is Fred Durst, by the way. Please, sir, stop this manipulation and raise the bar. You have this wonderful opportunity to make our world better. We unmistakably need a role model and leader for the now and the future. This isn't the way. That was Fred Durst talking to Donald Trump. And then later on yesterday, after I read that, because I was like, Fred Durst is voting for Aaron Sorkin, I believe. So he sounds like. I went to Musicians for Bernie, which is a website. And
so last night we did find out that Vampire Weekend and Bon Iver,
Bon
they're from
Iver.
Ohio. It's Bon Iver.
I'm Bon Iver. I say Bon Iver because I'm the cultured one up here.
I say Italian because it's a big I, which you say its name.
Yeah.
And so Bon Iver.
Hey.
But the thing about it was like it really wasn't a big surprise to have them support Bernie Sanders. It would be saying like people on Etsy that make denim jackets for dogs support Bernie Sanders. It's a very obvious demographic of people.
It is. People that own vegan restaurants.
Yeah.
They're not going anywhere, is what I'm trying to say.
Right. I mean, Vampire Weekend, I knew they were voting for Bernie. We knew that.
I think if you're in Iowa, though, what you really need is that Slipknot endorsement, right?
Yeah, right? Now we're talking.
Yeah. So
That's something different. And Fred is also, I mean, Fred has it already built in as well because all it takes is him getting on a YouTube video and it just says Bernie Sanders and he just turns his hat around and says, just think about it.
That's a good one. That is good. So here's what Fred Durst had to say in his endorsement to Bernie Sanders. Give me something to break. How about the greed of the top 1%? And America's reliance on fossil-based fuels.
Yes!
So we all love Fred Durst, right?
Woo! Fred Durst, Fred Durst, Fred Durst, Fred Durst. Yeah, fuck Tom Hanks. Once again.
I know. I would rather have Fred Durst
He's the new
on
Fred
my
Durst?
side
He's the new Tom
100% of the
Hanks.
time. Yeah. Yeah, he made The Fanatic, too. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a masterpiece. He also has David Draymond from Disturbed, which is bad, actually. He has me blocked. He blocked me on Twitter before he left because he's rude and the Zionist. So the next one is Cardi B, of course. She's on our side, right? And the last one is one that you probably don't expect, but is definitely the right kind of guy, and that's Jack White. He is on our side.
We knew that.
We knew that.
How about make me one of them cigar box guitars, and then I'll start listening. You got to do more for me.
Book us at Third Man, and then I will be on Jack White's side.
Yes.
So we got a badass fucking show lined up tonight. We have some of the best people in our circle performing here, and I think it's time to bring our first act up.
Yeah, we've toured with them a couple of times. We love their podcast. They're all the way from Washington, D.C. They're in the swamp, so you don't have to be. You can boo Washington, D.C. You cheer them, but boo the place.
Piss Town. Just champ Piss Town on their way up, okay?
And D.C. is also, there's a lot of cool people that don't wear, like, Docker slacks every single day. So it's a tough town.
But these guys aren't those guys.
Right.
They actually do wear Docker slacks.
So I want to welcome to the stage Sam and Sam from the District Sentinel podcast.
Hey, how's it going, Columbus? That's right. It's DC. You know, it's there's good and bad. It is a real city. But the consultant class is a little inescapable. I still walk by every day. There's a sticker on the back of this sign that says, Beto days are coming. Can anyone tell me, are Beto days in fact coming? I don't think they are.
No, they are not. At least not for Beto. I'm Sam Sachs. This is Sam Knight.
Hello.
We do District Sentinel Radio podcast every weekday. It's the newscast of record for the left, and we broadcast out of Pisstown, Washington, D.C. As Brett was saying, not an all-around bad place, but the places that are bad are really bad.
That's right. Should we explain quickly why we call it Pisstown?
Go for it, yeah.
So there was a book a few years ago called This Town. It was by Mark Leibovich, who is a big-time Washington journalist, and it's basically about how everyone in Washington is an ass kisser. And so we decided we'd take that name and call it Pisstown. And in fact, you might have noticed that in recent days, someone who had an entire chapter about him in this town, Kurt Bardella, has been bashing Bernie as being totally unacceptable. So anyway, this town, more like Piss Town.
Everybody got it? So it's good to get out of D.C., it's especially in the new year. I feel like 2020 is a constant struggle between being completely black-pilled and the Bernie Sanders campaign.
That's
like
right.
Pulling me in different directions, black pill or Bernie Sanders.
Sometimes a little of both, but mostly, yes, it's the duality of that dynamic there.
So when we take the show on the road, when we get out of the studio, we like to start every show with a game to kind of get a feel for the audience we're dealing with. And we call it Guilty or Innocent. And we need all of you to pretend you're members of a revolutionary tribunal. We've got a docket here of names, and it's up to you all to pronounce judgments of guilty or innocent on them. And we'll just do a few examples to start here so everybody gets the hang of this. So if I say a name like Rudy Giuliani, you say...
That's
very,
right.
Very easy. But if I say a name like Bernie Sanders, you say...
Well, no, but...
I think they're getting the hang of it, but maybe we should do one more just as practice. So if I say Mitch McConnell, Susan Sarandon. There we go. Okay, for real now. Joyanne Reed and her body language expert. All right. Qasim Soleimani. There we go. Thank
That's
you.
right.
All right, I think we got it. All right, here we go. Elizabeth Warren.
Is she guilty?
How about
guilty.
Ohio's own Jim Jordan?
Guilty.
All of you are responsible for Jim Jordan. We can't make fun of him too much, though.
Can we? I mean, I think we can.
I mean, maybe he'll probably challenge us to wrestle or something if we get after him. The man wears a unitard under his suit at all times. He's ready to go. What about this? This name finds itself on the guilty or innocent docket pretty often. Gritty.
Do we know the recent story about Gritty where he was accused of punching a child? I think.
And
I
you're
think
still
he's-
finding him guilty?
I think he's innocent.
What about Juan Guaido?
Guilty.
Guilty, sentenced to death. The OK Boomer meme.
You know, I'm hearing some mixed messages here.
Some boomers in the
Should we
audience
try it
here.
again? The OK Boomer meme. I heard an innocent, so we're gonna go with that.
C-SPAN callers. Pretty innocent.
I'm hearing innocent. Innocent.
innocent.
We're going with innocent.
We got the Super Bowl coming up. What about the Super Bowl?
Guilty.
Fuck the Super Bowl. Okay. The Joker.
Twisted and innocent? Well, not guilty by reason of we live in a society.
Joe Rogan. Ooh. You all should tweet out your opinion on this.
Maybe we should just discuss this at a later date for now. Hung jury.
Columbus's own Guy Fieri.
Innocent.
Innocent, 100%.
You
All
know,
right.
I saw a good Guy Fieri Labor Day post. So Guy Fieri looking out for the people who keep Flavortown running, I guess.
This is this being impeachment week and all, and we'll get a little bit more into that. Donald Trump.
Guilty.
Aid to Ukraine.
Also guilty.
Yes, a snapshot of our hell world that we're living in right now. Okay, thank you everyone for playing guilty or innocent with us. I think we, give yourself a round of applause there.
Thank you very much.
We meted out judgment. We did a good job there. Thanks again to the Street Fight guys for bringing us out here to Columbus. We love performing with y'all. The Hellfire Tour was phenomenal. And can't wait to get back on the road with y'all. Shout out to Means TV here. Nick and Naomi, good to see you all here as well. So we have a rant line that we solicit calls from our listeners so that they can call the show, leave a message, leave a rant. It is 202-684-6108. If you want to leave a message during the show, we'll get it, we'll play it on air. That's how it works. So just keep that in mind. We've got a rant line anytime you can call into the show. So it being Friday, the thing we always do on Fridays is the garbage can. We take out trash on Fridays on the podcast. Being in DC, there is plenty of trash to take out all the time. And we're going to keep the tradition up, being Friday. And can we get the garbage can brought out here, actually? Just bring it on down. We did not bring our garbage interns from DC. Instead, my girlfriend Maria here is. It's actually Maria's birthday today, so happy birthday, Maria.
Oh, wait, get a song. No, all right. Can we get a happy birthday, Maria, going in the chat?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Birthday
birthday,
to
Maria. Happy birthday to you.
At Eternal Dago on Twitter, if anybody's beefing. Formerly at Eternal Busboy before that account got nuked. You can give her a present. She prefers drugs. So, keeping up with our garbage can theme, we have one garbage candidate for tonight, just one. We're going to open it up to you all later to put forward your own garbage candidates, so go ahead and start giving it some thought.
Give it some thought. We will invite you up to the microphone in a bit to nominate whoever you want or whatever you want for the garbage
To be
can.
thrown in the garbage can here.
And we'll give you the microphone for a few seconds to
Yeah.
make your case. But
So our garbage candidate is inspired by the events happening in Piss Town right now. A lot of events. And I'm talking
many
about
events, folks.
I'm talking about the Constitution humpers. You all know who I'm talking about? The Constitution humper. Who's worse, the Constitution humpers or the flag humpers? Really? You think flag humpers are?
They're the same. I heard a
Constitution-
same. They're the same.
I'm willing to accept the same, but Constitution humpers carry the Constitution with them all the time. Flag humpers tend not to carry a flag with them all the time. You're right. They do wear the flag. Yes, that's true.
They also sometimes put it on the back of their car with a blue stripe down the middle of the flag too.
Well,
That's right.
To combat these absolute deviants, the Constitution humpers, we're going to throw the U.S. Constitution in the garbage can tonight. I told you, they just carry it around with them in their back pocket all the time. So, have you all been paying attention to the impeachment stuff?
Good.
Our tagline is, we're in D.C., so you don't have to be. And I guess impeachment falls under that category here. There's a lot of reasons to not watch it and to actually hate what's going on. For one, it's just a bunch of liberal bullshit again. And we've been exposed to that for a couple of years with the Russiagate stuff. And every fifth word in the opening arguments in impeachment is about Putin. It's about Russia. It's about the Kremlin, even though this is supposed to be about Ukraine. And yes, it's related, but it is more liberal bullshit. I think Hakeem Jeffries gave a speech the other day, and he said that there is a battle for liberty going on right now, and the front line is in Ukraine. Who the fuck believes that? Like, who else believes? First, you have to believe that there's a battle for liberty going on, and then you have to somehow figure out that it's happening in Ukraine.
This is why I'm reluctant to throw OK Boomer in the garbage can, because I feel like like by law you have to be above the age of 40 to even come close to believing any of that.
Also, there was plenty of other legitimate things to try and impeach this president on, who is the most criminal president we've had in, I guess, since Bush. I mean, I'm a proponent of, I think pretty much every president going back to Carter should have been impeached, so this isn't a big surprise, but we'll go with Bernie's line that Trump is the most criminal president of the modern era, or whatever he says like that. So instead, they picked the Ukraine stuff to focus on the Democrats. So it's boring now, too. You turn it on, it's up, they're up late at night talking about Ukraine. Nobody gives a shit about
The front
any of this
lines of
stuff.
freedom.
Right. There's a concern that this could hurt Bernie Sanders' campaign. He's not in Iowa. He has to be in the Senate, sitting there listening to all this. Although Republicans begin their opening arguments tomorrow and Sunday, which means MSNBC is going to carry 24/7 coverage of how corrupt Joe Biden is. So maybe it won't hurt Bernie in the end. But ultimately, the reason why I think nobody gives a shit what's going on, at least in this room, and why I don't really give a shit what's going on, except,
Most rooms.
yeah,
Many rooms.
is we know how it's going to end, right? We know the ending of this. We know that no matter what Democrats would have picked, and if Trump would have ordered the assassination of a U.S. ambassador, and he might have done that, actually, there's a bunch of really strange text
According to
messages
the
coming out.
text. Yeah.
It still wouldn't matter because Republicans in the Senate wouldn't convict him. It wouldn't matter because nobody rich and powerful in this country faces any consequences for anything. But liberals don't realize this yet. And that's why I love watching impeachment, because they're all about to get blackpilled when this all fails in like a week and a half. And I'm just going to play this clip. So the Democrats have been giving their opening arguments here for 3 days, and the other night, this was Adam Schiff, the lead House Democrat manager, who has lost all credibility already because he was one of the main guys with Russiagate and said that they had all this evidence it's going to bring Trump down. It didn't. So we're going to make him the lead manager for this next thing. This was Schiff ending his arguments for impeachment on what all of this means.
If right doesn't matter, it doesn't matter how good the Constitution is. It doesn't matter how brilliant the framers were. It doesn't matter how good or bad our advocacy in this trial is. It doesn't matter how well written the oath of impartiality is. If right doesn't matter, we're lost. If the truth doesn't matter, we're lost.
So close.
Framers couldn't protect us from ourselves if right and truth don't matter.
So who wants to break it to Adam Schiff? Adam Schiff is going to get the same feeling when Trump is acquitted that we got when Epstein killed himself, or when Bush did the wars, or when Bush v. Gore, the whole Supreme Court, or going back before us to the founding of our nation and the genocidal violence it was created in. It's a failed state. And finally, this impeachment is going to lead liberals, hopefully, to believing that, to getting us on our level.
They'll get us closer, anyway.
Am I being too optimistic here?
A little bit, yes.
I guess,
But-
getting back to the Constitution, though, this isn't your standard Department of Justice miscarriage of justice. This isn't your racist cops and deference toward rich people and criminalizing poverty. This is constitutionally mandated lawlessness. This is Democrats who couldn't beat Trump at the ballot box thinking they're going to wield this righteous sword of the Constitution and it's going to be a fucking pool noodle poking at Trump. And the consequences of that, I think, are just going to be delightful to watch.
Well, we're going to watch it in real time, so...
This has never worked. Impeachment
see.
has never worked.
Never worked. No,
I mean,
absolutely
we
not.
have this brilliant system. Alexander Hamilton, this brilliant guy in this system of checks and balances, couldn't foresee the idea of the same party controlling the Senate and the presidency and it not working.
I mean, who could have possibly foreseen a situation like that? I don't know.
Even when Republican Senate went after a Democratic president, still didn't work. It was the same situation, I think, in Andrew Johnson, and the reason why he wasn't impeached is the senator was bribed. Fucking James Madison couldn't think of bribery to remedy with the Constitution.
And we also saw when Democrats had a good shot at impeaching Bush. Nancy Pelosi refused to bring up impeachment for consideration because she didn't think that lying about fucking killing hundreds of thousands of people was a big deal.
Well, in addition to impeachment, there's something else going on
That's
that
right.
condemns our Constitution that's worth bringing up here.
That's right. Speaking of Iraq, another... Oh,
Wait. I think that's the rant line that we talked about earlier. I think someone's calling.
that's right. That is the...
Congressman Jim Jordan on the line. I heard you found me guilty with your sham witch hunt. Well, I'm ready for my punishment. Let's wrestle. Let's go. My clothes are off. I'm crouching. Let's wrestle. Let's wrestle. Let's go. Not wearing clothes.
Jim Jordan, everybody, calling the rant line.
It's weird. Okay, so anyway, another example. Exhibit B, if you will. Exhibit B as to why we should throw the United States Constitution in the garbage can is the presidential war powers. Now, we recently had a debate in Congress over these presidential war powers. We had it after President Trump assassinated Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian general.
After he did an act of war.
So we had the debate after the act of war happened. Of course, a country as violent and stupid as ours makes Elliot Engel the guy who's in charge of leading the debate to make the case for reining in these presidential powers. And here he was with a take on America, which sounds like it came from the Disney Corporation.
No one expects Iran to be the adult in the room when it comes to global affairs. What we do expect is that American leadership and American policy will be the moderating force.
Does anyone expect this? No. No one expects this. No one fucking expects this.
Actually, the person who thinks that the battleground for liberty is in Ukraine also thinks the U.S. is a moderating force in the world.
We do expect the Democratic Party to be a bunch of drone-humping fucks, but that's about it. That's about all we expect. On the other side of the aisle, we have the Republican Party, which Congressman Joe Wilson reminded us of the obvious link, talked about earlier by other Sam here, the obvious link between Bush and Trump, which is that the Republican Party is home to many with us or against us crypto-fascist dipshits.
Democrats should leave partisan politics at the water's edge and stand together against Iran and dangerous leaders like Soleimani.
Sorry, who's more likely to get you killed, the Ayatollah or this man?
Not me, Joe Wilson.
Senator Joe Lieberman tells the truth.
Senator Joe
we
Lieberman.
must resist death to America.
Must we? Look, it's hard to make the case against death to America when you're trying to make America a death cult, okay?
I don't know, Sam. I heard Joe Wilson there a little differently than you heard him.
Oh, yeah?
Can we replay that clip? I think you might have misheard what he was actually saying there.
Okay.
We must resist and stand together against dangerous leaders like President Trump that spread havoc in the Middle East. It's constitutionally untenable and practically senseless. Death to America, I yield back.
Wow, shit.
If Joe Wilson can say it, why can't we say it? Death to America.
That's right. Congressman
Maybe
Wilson
a little
is
bit more
correct.
rhythmic. Death to America.
Can we? Death to America? That's right. All right, anyway, let's move on to Exhibit C here. Exhibit C as to why the Constitution belongs in the garbage can, and that is the First Amendment. Now, I know what you're thinking, and it's not a bad idea. It just only really exists on paper. I mean, go back through this country's history. You don't even have to go that far back. Go back in the 20th century. You have the first Red Scare, the second Red Scare. You have Jim Crow, COINTELPRO, the war on drugs, the war on terror.
Podcast Red Scare.
Anyway, we clearly see the contradictions here in the Trump era, but really the truth of the matter is that every president since 9/11, every president has gone after the Muslim community and has treated journalists like enemies of the state, okay? They go after their sources. They charge them with the Espionage Act. They've dragged journalists into court. This happened well before Trump. This happened under Obama. And it probably explains a lot about the silence in Washington about the charges against Glenn Greenwald. Now, to recap, Greenwald, I'm sure you're probably aware, he was hit with bogus charges in Brazil. This comes from journalism he did to embarrass the government there, to show their links to the sham corruption trial against the former president Lula da Silva, who was Jair Bolsonaro's main rival in his election. And so far, really, the only person in Washington with any real platform to speak out against this is Bernie Sanders. And there have also been a few House Democrats as well. And the reason why is that in Washington, people just straight up fucking agree with Bolsonaro on this. It's because Greenwald, not only did he embarrass the Brazilian government, he embarrassed the U.S. government. And in fact, when a former NSA director was asked about the charges against Glenn Greenwald, he could barely contain his joy. Michael Hayden told Ken Klippenstein, quote, "This is fascinating information." That's the whole quote. That's all he said in response to the completely sham charges against Greenwald. And it makes sense when you consider, as Ken pointed out, that Hayden made a joke about putting Edward Snowden on a kill list. And so, unfortunately, the joke here is that the idea is that your civil liberties actually mean anything. And so, thus, ladies, gentlemen, and non-binary people of the garbage can jury, I submit to you Exhibit C, the First Amendment, means nothing. It means shit. So that is why the Constitution should be dunked into a fire toilet.
Solidarity with Glenn Greenwald, someone who I've never disagreed with online before, ever. But for sure, absolutely deserves solidarity. This is fucked up what's going on with him. Okay, we're going to open this up to all of you to try and beat out the Constitution with your own garbage candidate. But I want to bring up one more piece of evidence, which maybe is not directly condemning the Constitution, but is making it harder for me to deal with the fact that the Constitution's so terrible. And that's the ongoing prohibition of marijuana.
I think there are constitutional issues here. The federal government is trying to impede our right to freely associate with marijuana.
Exactly. That's a great argument. So last week, there was a hearing.
It's about freedom of conscience. It's about freedom to think cloudily.
Last week, there was a hearing on Capitol Hill about federal policy toward marijuana. And even though there's been a lot of progress in the last few years, huge amount of people now support legalization. Lots of states have gone on and legalized marijuana. It's still illegal federally because the FDA still has marijuana as a Schedule I drug, considered to be the most dangerous drug out there.
Boo.
Thank you, Elizabeth. Considered to have no medicinal value whatsoever. It is a policy that makes no sense at all, and it's a policy that dipshits in Washington have tried to defend now for decades. 8 years ago, the acting DEA chief, Michelle Leonard, testified trying to defend this policy. Here's how it went when she was under questioning from Jared Polis. This was 8 years ago.
Is crack worse for a person than marijuana?
I believe all illegal drugs are bad.
Is methamphetamine worse for somebody's health than marijuana?
I don't think any illegal drug
is
good.
Heroin worse for someone's health than marijuana?
It literally goes on like that for 9 fucking minutes. So fast forward to the hearing that was on Capitol Hill last week. They had a guy from the FDA there testifying, there to defend this policy, a guy named Dr. Doug Throckmorton. I made that name up. I'm just kidding. That's not his name.
That is his name.
Actually, that is his real name, Dr. Doug Throckmorton.
And better throck that Morton.
Here was Dr. Throckmorton trying to explain why marijuana is still a Schedule I drug.
The question about marijuana is more complicated. It has to do with what you mean by marijuana.
Are we talking regs, mids, crippies here? What are we talking about here?
Obviously, one street corner sells one kind of marijuana and another street corner sells a different kind of marijuana. Making a conclusion that both of those marijuanas somehow have medical value is challenging scientifically.
Makes you feel a lot better about that Joe Rogan endorsement.
So as you can see, in 8 years, very little progress toward getting marijuana legalized at a federal level. So we're just going to include that as evidence against the Constitution and largely the dissolution of the U.S. government.
That's right.
So I want to open this up. Let's bring back the street fight guys, Brett and Brian, who have...
What's up? Oh, play.
Oh, shit. That's
we had a music cue. Bum, bum.
I have to do his do the intro for them because they gotta be the cool guys. You know what I mean?
Do a beatbox for him.
It was actually kind of funny because what you guys were talking about is the OK Boomer meme, and that's actually what the intro is that I was actually going to be rapping to.
Oh shit!
Is the OK Boomer beat, and I'll do that real quick for you.
Pull it up on the computer.
OK Boomer. Hey, OK Boomer is like, I'm gonna get a little serious, but you know, still having fun. It's like, Put it all on my dead homies. My blood is all who was there for me. My cousin on call cause he cared for me. Gon' blow the smog in the air for me. Motherfuck the law and them mandatory minimum sentences. Prison is a big private business. Politicians make it legitimate. Commas running up with them sentences. Meanwhile, the world is ran by pedophiles. If you rich, you can rape a child. With enough money, they won't take you down. I say we run up in his house. I say we put a gun in his mouth. Get a list of his friends and hunt them all down. And lay them all deep under the ground. Shh. Big brother around, they looking for a reason to shut us down. What you call treason, I call getting even. We don't need no government now. I say we run up on them motherfuckers and then get to bustin'. Fuck anybody who love them, fuck anybody who want it. I put that shit on my loved ones. Okay, boomer, stay the fuck off the computer. I got shooters, I got boosters, I got chicken. Okay, rooster, okay, boomer, ayy. Y'all some losers, ayy. Y'all some losers. Except the ones that are here tonight, if you happen to be boomer age.
Hell yeah.
Our
Hell yeah.
podcast endorses every word of that song.
Mine doesn't. I'm being choosy about what I endorse right now.
Thank y'all for doing the news. Like, you guys are way smarter than what we do.
No.
No.
You know your shit.
We're just more masochistic, I guess.
You know.
So you guys got any garbage candidates you want up here?
I think I want to throw some people in the garbage can. I'm thinking of them. I think I got a guy.
Got a guy?
Yeah. The guy.
Was he allegedly hacked recently?
Well, yeah, that guy always works for me. Maybe I'll switch to him. The candidate that I want to throw in the garbage can was going to be that guy online yesterday that said he was taking a break from work and told everybody to move to Columbus. But I don't think people know him, so I'm just going to say Jeff Bezos. I want to throw Jeff Bezos in the garbage can.
Jeff Bezos, what's his first name?
Oh, it starts with a K, I think. What is... Thank you, you polite people. This is the kindest thing anybody
All
said.
right, Jeff Bezos, a perennial garbage candidate here.
Yeah.
Just to be clear, we are throwing the U.S. Constitution in the garbage can. We're now determining who's going in with the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah.
That's right. Do we have any brave members from the audience? Oh, come on up.
Can I ask what would
Don't
Ron
be
Paul
shy.
say
Don't be shy.
about
Come
this?
on up.
Ron Paul would be very
Wait,
upset
wait,
about
wait.
this, and I forgot to bring that up.
We have a member from the audience. Tell everyone what your name is.
My name's Joe, but you can call me Mr. Cool.
Mr. Cool Facts. Mr. Cool Facts. Mr. Cool Facts, who would you like to nominate for the garbage can?
First off, just a quick happy birthday to Jackie Chan, 65 years young.
I like him. Okay.
Maria, you share a birthday with Jackie Chan.
Lucky.
Who doesn't? So I would like to nominate the Franklin County Democratic Party for a whole list of reasons. 30 out of the last 37 city council members have been appointed. They were not elected.
That's why I'm not in there. That's what I've been trying to tell people.
Oh, yeah, Brian Quimby for city council.
Yeah, I've been trying to say that. Murder Brian, I'll go by.
Murder Brian.
Columbus doesn't have the guts to let me and Brian run together as one candidate.
That is the
They
problem.
don't. We'll split the salary and everything.
So they have a tax abatement for Cover My Meds, which is owned by McKesson, who caused the opioid crisis.
I mean, I like the crisis is bad, but the opioids are good.
Well, 50-50, we'll agree, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Impossible to tell who's good or not.
And right now, they're trying to give a tax abatement to Nationwide Hospital for a for-profit gene research facility to the tune of $19 million they'll be taken from Columbus City Schools. So...
Sounds garbage can worthy to me.
Yeah, for this and a litany of other reasons, the Franklin County Democratic Party can suck my grits and go in the garbage can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that was a very good case.
All right.
Fuck them
That was a very good case.
Fuck
Right?
you, donkeys! Clap, 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 clap.
Fuck you, donkeys! Fuck you, donkeys!
Look how cool me and Sam Sachs are right now. We're just kind of standing there like basking in it.
So do we have another garbage candidate? Yes, you. Yes, you.
Kristen.
Come here.
We know Kristen. It's Kristen.
Kristen.
One of the great DSA members of Columbus, Ohio.
All right, so it's hard to argue with the FDCP, but we also have our Columbus mayor, Andrew J. Ginther. This week,
That's who I wanted to do.
yeah, this week specifically, at a Martin Luther King Day breakfast, he had 2 black peaceful protesters dragged out, arrested, and charged for protesting the police and the way this city treats people of color and poor people, and he had them dragged out, and then he went on Twitter to defend it in the legacy of Martin Luther King.
Boo!
Well, I mean, a thing we know about Martin Luther King was that he didn't like protests. He was against it. He said it's rude.
So that is by far not the only shitty thing that he's done, but this week specifically.
Certainly worthy. As they say about garbage can nominations, they're all local.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Kristen.
2 more. Let's do 2 more. 2
Oh,
more.
wait. We have
BP got one, right? You got one?
Brett.
Andrew,
no.
Brett is deferred.
Andrew Ginther was my choice. I hate that
okay,
fucking guy.
Marvin,
El Marvo.
Marvin, what's up? Everyone knows Marvin here, right? We all know Marvin. Let's hear it for Marvin.
I think
Marvin.
Was it 2 or 3 years ago that we did the New Year's special, the podcast crossover with George?
That was 17 to 8. That was 2017 to 2018.
Okay.
So yeah.
I still have fond memories of that.
Okay.
All right, what do you got?
Marvin, hear it.
All right, this is going to be pretty simple and pretty short. It might sound odd at first, but the Cleveland Public Library, I think.
Whoa!
Go in the
Hey,
motherfucking
come on!
garbage can.
You like socialism? That's the library.
It's not the fucking library when they're trying to break a strike that the SEIU members are having. They're trying to bust up a strike that the fucking library workers are having, and no good. They're
Sounds
making
like
excuses all over
anti-socialist
Twitter.
stuff.
Sucks. So Cleveland Public Library, garbage can.
Boom.
Garbage can, Cleveland Public Library. If you live in Cleveland right now and you have a library book out, return it late. Don't fucking return it on time. Return it late.
All right,
Rack up the fees.
One
Don't
more.
pay the fees.
Who wants it? One more. Let's go.
I disagree with bad-mouthing the library because I'm a good library. I love books.
What's your name?
It's just something about me that makes me popular.
This is going to be cheap heat, to borrow a wrestling term, but I just didn't want to pass up an opportunity to say fuck you to the Ohio Republican Party.
Yeah, I don't like
That's
them
right.
at all.
No, we don't like them.
Through gerrymandering, they have taken 51 to 53% of the vote, and they've turned that into veto-proof supermajorities in both houses of the state Congress and 12 out of 16 House of Representatives in Washington, D.C. Cleveland, they tried to pass a $15 minimum wage, and they sprung into action, said, actually, you know what? Towns can't decide that. That's
Yeah,
a
I
state
did
thing.
see that. They're always coming up
they
with
suck.
popular ideas.
Even small things. Somebody tried to ban plastic bags, and they were like, hey, you know what? You can't do that. They are trying to destroy a women's right to choose in Ohio, and they are monsters, and I hate them, and I just wanted to come up here and say,
All right.
fuck
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
the
you.
Ohio GOP.
You know,
Throw them in the garbage.
you know, when we were coming up
Thank
here,
you.
we were obviously looking at to what extent bashing Jim Jordan made sense to a Columbus crowd, and we looked at a map of his congressional district, and it looks like a fucking puzzle piece. So,
Same with Steve Stivers.
Steve.
All right. Okay.
Thank you.
We've got a
I'm
full,
throwing him in. I actually chose Steve Stivers for the garbage can.
All right. We've got a full roster of garbage candidates. By loudest applause, we're going to go through each one. Whoever gets the loudest applause is going in the garbage can. So first up, we had Jeff Bezos.
I switched mine, by the way. So.
The Franklin County, right? Democratic Party?
They hate them.
It's a pretty loud cheer.
What about our piece of shit mayor, Andrew Ginther?
Pretty loud cheer.
What about the libraries?
Yeah! Fuck books!
Was it county or what was it?
Cleveland.
Cleveland.
Cleveland
City Library.
Cleveland Public Library. Look, they're trying to break a strike, people.
Yeah.
Or labor action.
Also trying to get me to read books. It's like, fuck you, man.
Well, Columbus Library has Switch games,
They
so
got
I'm not
movies.
going to like talk shit about
I rented
that.
some movies down.
Finally, the state Republican Party. Who do you guys think it was? Who was? Let's narrow it down to two.
Democrats and Ginther?
I think it was the mayor and the Democrats,
Yeah.
the Franklin County Democrats and the mayor. All right, we're down to
pick
these
your
two.
side. Pick your side.
Franklin County Democratic Party.
Andrew Ginther.
I think it's the Franklin County Democratic Party.
Yeah,
Fuck
fuck
yeah.
anyway, you know.
So
I saw them talking. They were talking shit about activist candidates. They were going after Yes We Can. There's been all kinds of bullshit. Fuck you, Democrats in Columbus.
This is the Franklin County Democratic Party and the U.S. Constitution.
U.S. Constitution,
Say it
right
with
here.
me. You are going in the garbage can.
Woo! I miss throwing people in the garbage
I'm
can.
making it rain the Constitution.
Thank you all, everyone. That was great. Check us out, districtsentinel.com. Monday through Thursday, newscast of record for the left.
That Constitution.
Give him a round of applause. Bigger.
Way bigger.
You can come in here. This is the Constitution.
Yeah, you got him, man.
Very aggressively tear that shit up. So our next guest here is actually from New York, which I should have thought about before I did all that bashing at the beginning of the show.
He's the good one, though. I mean, come on.
The only good man in New York. The federal government came to ask him questions about some of his jokes. He is a perfectly street fight person to be on this show. He's someone we love very much. He's going to wow all y'all with his stand-up comedy. Please welcome to the stage, Jake Flores.
Woo!
I am not Jake Flores, but I'm the other Jake who was also arrested for internet stuff. So we have the. I'm gonna do a little something before he comes out, so that way he has something cool to come out to. You know what I mean? This is a song a lot of y'all know. Kendrick Lamar. You know what I mean? I figured we got all hype and stuff. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit. We gon' be alright. Hey, we gon' be alright. Yeah. Let me hear you. It's like, we gon' be alright. Hey, 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 we gon' street fight. Hey, we gon' street fight. Hey, we gon' street fight. Hey, we gon' street fight.
Icy Jake, everybody. All right. Walk-on music. I like it. What if I just did the whole Joker monologue to that? Hey, Murray, I say Jake, that's what you get. All right, I do live in New York, but important fact about me, I should get off right off the bat. I am from Texas, and I'm woke as fuck, okay? Both those things at the same fucking time. All right. Those two things mean one goddamn thing. You people call me by my preferred pronoun. Y'all. All right? It's the official pronoun of Texas. And it's very inclusive. It's the best pronoun. Because it's the goddamn year 2020. We're all trying to be better people. None of us want to misgender our trans and non-binary friends. Well, guess what? You can't fucking do that if you're drunk as shit, shooting guns all the time, busting into rooms going, what's up, y'all? It's a catch-all term. It includes everyone. Texas is actually the wokest state, contrary to everything. It's like somehow so woke it went all, it's so somehow so offensive it went all the way back around, and now it's like very progressive in weird ways like that, not on purpose. Here's another example. Maybe you're a queer person. Maybe you're out there living your life radically, you know? Maybe you are dating someone You don't prefer to introduce them as your boyfriend or girlfriend. You prefer the more gender non-specific partner. Fucking go to Texas. Hello, this is my partner. Howdy, partner. Just Sam Elliott breathing at him. Texas queer as hell, man. Don't be afraid of it. Let me get to know my audience. Is anyone here a communist? Is anyone here an anarchist? You guys fight each other? Cool. Is anyone here a health goth? That's the war I'm fighting. You guys heard about this shit? Health goth? It's a real thing. I looked it up. I heard about it in my Jacobin, which is BuzzFeed.com. It's where I learn about the world. It's a very important thing we need to know about. There's a goddamn roving gang of health goth kids out in the streets. Who knows what they're up to tonight? Apparently, a bunch of teenagers and Zoomers and shit are combining the worlds of health and goth. Great. Cool. I get it. You want to hang out with your friends, go to the gym together, put a little black headband on, dance around to Morrissey or whatever. Great. Do whatever you want. But I don't find it. Whoa! But as an aging goth, I don't find it very goth. Because it is my understanding that goth culture is all about looking like a dead person. You want to look shitty, pale, wear all black. Listen, I don't want to blow the lid off this thing, but this is a low-key way to kind of be out of shape and people will still fuck you. That's all goth is. These fucking health goth kids are coming in, they're making it, they're gonna all be in shape, be approachable and attractive. Fuck you. You can't derail this project I've been working on for 30 years at this point. My culture is not a costume, okay? Fuck that. Get your own thing. I have to fight the health goth kids now. I start my own hashtag. Why be health goth when you could be morbidly obese? Huh? That's fun, right? I want to do it. I want to get fat goth. I want to get so many rolls of fat that when I take off my Joy Division shirt, it still looks like I'm wearing a Joy Division shirt. You understand? That tracks in this room, right? Okay, cool. A lot of stand-up shows you can't do that in. Are you guys excited to go to war, maybe? That's not happening anymore, right? Isn't it weird how that just passed? If you've been like out of town for the last few weeks, you haven't been paying attention to the news. We almost went to war with Iran. Sorry if this is how you found out. That's not good. It's bad. We can't do it for obvious reasons, you know. But also we can't send these goddamn 20-year-old ass Zoomer kids to Iran. That's not fair to them. It's not fair to us. It's not fair to Iran. Can you imagine you just hanging out in Tehran in your apartment one day, living your life? Next thing, Scud missile blows up your apartment. Some kids doing the fucking Fortnite dances on top of your dead children. Fucking kid's skull. That's not fun. Then think about this stuff. They're going to come back. We can't have Zoomer veterans. No one's prepared for that. You want to wait on a kid with no legs who's never seen The Matrix? Your job, where you're a waiter, who is the real heroes. Okay? I am from, I live in New York. It's dumb. It's a dumb place. I admire what street fight guys are doing out here and what the True Abilities are doing. All these people actually, doing socialism outside of one zip code. That's probably a good thing. New York needs to go away. I live in a very gentrified neighborhood. It's fine. Gentrification's bad. We all hate it, I'm sure. Systemically, it's bad. It's kind of fun sometimes. When you live in the neighborhood, it's like, all right, cool. There's new weird shit that opens up. Guy opened up a chocolate factory down the street from me. That's pretty cool. There's a bookstore in my neighborhood that has a little sign outside that says they do sex classes. Okay, I'm listening. Sex class. Well, okay. All right, good, actually. That's a good thing. Some chick with Skrillex hair is going to teach you how to do butt stuff right without throwing your back out or whatever. Cool. Sex classes. I don't need sex classes, though, because I was sex homeschooled. Okay, let's move on to the next joke. I'm getting older, doing weirder drugs, I'll tell you that. Started doing something called poppers recently. Yeah. Nice. There's always one cool person in every room. Poppers, if you don't know what they are, although you guys seem pretty weird, it's just a little jar of fumes. You buy it at like a head shop or a sex shop. You unscrew the top. They're illegal. You just get them for like, $8 or some shit. Unscrew the top. You take a sniff from it. Death grips happens in your head. That's it. That's the whole thing. Okay? And they're legal, It's weird. I bought them a while back. I'm doing them every now and then. They're pretty fun. They kind of give me a headache. Whatever. But I've been telling my friends about them, and everybody I tell this to seems to know exactly one fact about poppers. Yell it out if you know it. They're for gay sex, apparently. Apparently they loosen your asshole. It's like a byproduct of the high. I didn't know that shit. I just bought poppers, took them home, did a bunch of straight guy shit with them. Had a great fucking time. You understand what I'm saying? They're a fine drug all on their own, but everyone is obsessed with this butt thing about them, which is like a footnote to the drug experience. My asshole might have loosened. I don't know. I didn't check. I was having too good of a time doing poppers with my boys, drinking Budweisers, playing Xbox and shit. Everyone's obsessed with the butt thing. That's why they're not illegal. Think about it. That's how powerful homophobia is as a propaganda tool, a way to convince people not to do a thing. That's how fucking insecure everyone is. They made a drug go away. That is hard. People love drugs. The DEA has been waging an unwinning war on all drugs forever. Nothing's ever worked because fucking we love doing drugs, right? The DEA will tell you crack cocaine will ruin your life. Crystal meth will rot all your teeth out. Heroin will make you really good at the trombone for some reason. But they never even had to do an ad about poppers because the drug just policed itself out of existence via everyone just feeling a little weird about people thinking they might like to put stuff in their butt, right? They never had to do an ad, a commercial. They never had to send McGruff the crime dog to your high school and be like, hey kids, don't do poppers. They loosen your asshole. He's like ripping phone books in half and shit. If I were to attempt to rip this phone book in half while high on amyl nitrate, my rectum would surely prolapse. You're in like 6th grade. Some guy's just doing that for his community service. It never had to happen. A lot of aging punks in here, I'm sure. That is the sound of that. Yeah. I'm maybe a little bit older than some of you guys. When I was young, getting tattoos was a thing that I guess was like not just everyone just has tattoos now, which is good. We won the war, but back in the day, people used to tell you, you shouldn't get tattoos. How are you going to be able to get a job? You can't get a job if you have tattoos, And I don't know. I mean, I think we won because we all just got them. Now in a job interview, the fucking other guy has a tattoo. Everything fucking went. It's fine, right? And I think they're cool. I think it's cool that we're all going to look like a bunch of old carnies and snakes and shit. The old folks' home, if we make it that far, And they're important. I have a friend of mine who told me this story that melted my heart. So he met his grandmother, long-lost relative of his who had survived the Holocaust. And this dude's a bartender. He's got a bunch of tattoos, a bunch of faded tattoos on his arms, And he said when he met her, she looked at his tattoos and she felt something because she also had tattoos on her arms from the concentration camps, and his, were faded and hers were faded. And when he told me that, I just couldn't believe that she didn't get her work touched up, because looking good is important. How else are you going to be able to get a job? All right, well, I should probably tell you this story. As was mentioned, a year and a half ago, something like that, a couple years ago, my apartment was raided by the Department of Homeland Security over a joke I made on the internet. Let's be honest, pretty cool. I'm going to tell you the joke and I'm going to tell you the story. But in order to do all this, I have to clarify some things about myself so you understand where I'm coming from when I talk about this sort of thing. All right? I'm an ethnically ambiguous dude. I'm a fucking Chicano guy from Texas. I'm half Mexican. My dad's Mexican. My mom's a white lady. She looks like Midsummer. She's very pale. Right? But because of that, I think I understand certain race issues from both sides of things. And I've been thinking a lot about this concept called cultural appropriation that people keep seeming to get mad about on the internet. It's a thing. It's a real thing. We all know it, right? But 90% of the time, it's just some white person getting really pissed off on behalf of an imaginary person. Here's an example. You're on Facebook every once in a while, maybe every 6 months, maybe every Cinco de Mayo, right? You might see a YouTube video where you're supposed to get mad at some college kid that went to a Mexican restaurant and wore a sombrero, right? Oh my God, they put on the hat. That's so offensive, right? They put this shit into your social media feeds and try to make you mad at these fucking kids, right? Here's the thing. It's college kids. It's dumb, drunk white kids. You can't fix them. They're going to fucking do it no matter what. You shouldn't fix them because the economy runs on shitty, drunk, white college kids. They make the world go around. It's impossible to stop them. You chop one down, 3 grow back. They're like Russians. That's how Hitler lost. We just sent OU over there. It's too many of them. They're too drunk. They're too weird. The other thing is what they're doing isn't actually that offensive because the sombrero, I'm going to let you in on a little secret here if you don't know. It's not like a sacred Native American ritual healing hat. It's not. It's just a big, dumb, drunk hat. You're supposed to put it on and get drunk. That's what it's for. Kid in the video is actually doing it right. You're supposed to get drunk, put it on, play an accordion, eat chips out of it. Put it on a cactus. It looks like a guy. It's fucking cool. But everyone's obsessed with this shit. And it bums me out because everyone who's obsessed with this shit also doesn't seem to give a shit about the fact that, ICE is just turning the goddamn border into concentration camps. There's real shit going down. And you want to talk to me about hats? I don't give a fuck about hats right now. We're in the middle of real shit, Did this happen during the first Holocaust? Was there a guy running around but the hats? Fuck that guy. He's got bad priorities. So I was talking to my friend about this, and I was like, what if hypothetically, here's a way to fix this. Let's say you're a white person going around your white day, everything's going great. You find yourself in an elevator next to an agent of Immigration Customs Enforcement, ICE, right? And you're alone in the elevator, and you're really fucking high. and you start doing that thing where you look at the gun on the cop's holster, and you're like, whoa, whoa. He's like on his phone or something, and you're like, what if I, whoa? And you fucking did it, and you just blew the guy's head off. What if you fucking did that? That would be crazy, right? You'd have to like drag the body outside, throw it in the dumpster, put the costume on, run around like Metal Gear Solid and shit. You have to quit your job. You couldn't go back to work after that. You're a fugitive now, you know? But you actually did something. You actually fought this ICE bullshit. I think if you do that, we let you wear the sombrero. You know? It's a pretty even trade, right? But what are you going to do after that? I mean, are you just going to go home? No, you can't. You got to keep going, right? Let's say you just keep going. You just go on this fucking one-person war. You start taking down ICE agents. You take down like 2, 3, 4, 5 ICE agents. Guess what? Now, we let you wear the poncho to match the sombrero. It's a whole ensemble. And it's a way of motivating you to get off Facebook and actually fucking do something materially to fight racism. Because no one cares about the fucking hats, man. And the fun thing about it is that the more you actually fought against ICE, the more racist the shit that we would allow you to do would get. So that's fun for you, you know? You take down like 15 ICE agents, guess what? Now you can do chola eyebrows. And no one gets to say you're weird. You're just some guy, some white bald guy with fucking big ass arches. Cool. You know? You kill like 20 ICE agents. You get a big airbrushed Looney Tunes copyright infringement t-shirt. It's got like a Tweety bird on it with the Tupac bandana and 2 dates in Old English, the year your cousin was born and the year he died. All right. Normally that would be very racist, right? But if you're out there fighting the good fight, no one gives a shit. Because everyone would know who you were at that point. You'd be like on the news and stuff, and you wouldn't have to feel weird. You go roll into Mexico. You go to some border town. Normally you might feel a little out of place, you know? They'd all know who you were. They'd have some weird action movie nickname for you, like El Appropriatoro, Appropriatoro. Please take my baby. She's very sick. I think it would be cool. I put that on the internet a couple years ago. Homeland Security came to my apartment. Let me explain it this way. I put the joke up on Cinco de Mayo. Homeland Security fucking banged on my door. Seis de Mayo. That's how fast they found me. This guy came to my apartment, and he wanted to know whether I was a terrorist. Whether I was an anti-ICE terrorist, right? I told him I am not an anti-ICE terrorist. I am an anti-ICE comedian. I don't know if you've ever disappointed a government agent before, but it's pretty fucking cool. I was like, I've never killed anybody. I got the wrong kind of bombs back here, pal. Huh? Just doing this shit at him. I've never killed anyone, but I've done stand-up comedy unannounced in a restaurant before. That feels like terrorism. To come up here and be like, everyone put your phones away. Improv's about to happen. You know? That really happened. I have a government file now, and I do this for money, which means it's entirely possible that there's like an unmarked van outside of this show right now. A guy with the old school headphones and a laptop and like the spinning satellite dish. Just sitting in there, just going, write a new fucking joke, Jake. And I never will. Because I don't feel like it. I think that's going to be it for me, guys. We should bring up Brett and Brian back to the stage. Let's have some more show, eh? Make some noise. Are you guys here? Come on up.
They're coming. Brett is actually. I have a song for him specifically. No. It's fine. It's as you can tell, he's a very stylish man, and
Lots of very nice clothes, and he actually inspired me to write this. It's all about knockoff clothes, and that's pretty much all that I, want to wear for the rest of my life.
Mine are all real, by the way. Just
Let me
letting
say,
you know.
Jared Leto has this hoodie, and he paid $2,300 for it. I got it directly from China for $60.
Yeah. So while I'm actually gonna be doing this, I'm gonna have Oh, okay, you got it. All right. All right. It's chorus is real simple. It's all I wear is knock off. All I wear is knock off. So if you want to vibe with me for a second, it's like. Yeah, all I wear is knock off. 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 I ain't buying no Louis for no motherfucking $300. No, I ain't buying no Gucci for no motherfucking $300. Hey, all I wear is knock off. 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 I ain't buying no Fendi for no motherfucking $300. No, I ain't buying no Givenchy for no motherfucking $300. Like, Balenciagas. $60. Got it from Alibaba. If you're looking for the reps, and bro, I got you. I ain't even trying to flex. Supreme all on my chest. They ain't getting out of check. I got it all from the West. All my design, it come from China like Aunt Jemima. I'm dripping. Sauce all in my walk. I ain't never bought nail, not a Christian. Never catch me in Neiman Marcus. I'ma get me my drip regardless. Still, I'ma be so fucking flawless. Anarchist, I'm fucking lawless. All I wear is knock off. 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 I ain't buying no Louis for no motherfucking $300. Hey, I ain't buying no Gucci for no motherfucking $300. Hey, all I wear is knock off. 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 I ain't buying no Fendi for no motherfucking $300. No, I ain't buying no Givenchy for no motherfucking $300. Fuck that.
Woo! Thank you, Jake.
I'm wearing all free clothes right now, so
I'm selling all those clothes if you want to buy some after the show. I'm trying to get rid of those. Got the fake Gucci on right now. Love it, love it, love it. Get lots of compliments from people that are stupid enough to pay $1,000 for a sweatshirt. Jake, you were great. You do an amazing job.
Thanks, homie.
You're one of our favorite people, really. I mean, out of New York City, it's a rat-infested shithole, but you're one of the honest, kind, true-hearted people out of there.
And he lives in an actual rat-infested shit. No, it's
Oh, that's true.
Pretty
it
close.
is true. I have been to Jake's house, and it is something else.
Yeah. I live in a factory that makes glue.
If
you were trying to figure out what just happened up here, that's what happened.
You live underneath the glue factory part?
No, I live above the glue factory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he gets the fumes.
The fumes.
It helps him.
Free high.
Glue rises is the problem with glue.
I remember when we went to your place, we walk into this door, and it pretty much looks like what I remember the Ninja Turtles layer looking like.
Yeah.
There is graffiti on every surface, even like the bottom of the steps, the ceilings, every fucking square inch is covered with graffiti.
Yeah. The worst thing about my door is that it's like 5 generation of roommates have all put their political stickers on it, so now it has no clear agenda. It's just like all sorts of different tendencies and shit. One person was just a witch, so it's just like sigils about trying to fuck people. It's fucking weird. That's the door that Homeland Security banged on, too, which is... I don't know how they found that shit, either, because it's not listed.
Yeah, so we did end up at your place, and it was like the apartment from Friends. It was, like, really nice. I was amazed when I opened the door. I thought I was going to sit on, like, a piss-soaked beanbag to do this interview when we came to your place.
I mean, you did sit on a piss-soaked something, but I didn't tell you about it.
I don't mind a little piss.
You had like a loft, and you had like an open air because one of the windows fell out, I guess.
Yeah,
right?
it's open air because the fucking window fell out.
Okay.
Open gluey air.
Yeah.
Too. It's nice.
But also, so for some folks maybe don't know this, you told a joke so funny the government had to verify what you meant by it.
Yeah. I mean, I was just telling the story, but they came to my fucking apartment, and I was like hungover. I woke up when they knocked on the door, and this is kind of a weird part of the story. I never really wrote into this joke, but I opened the door, and there's these 4 fucking people, and they're all wearing these white button downs and stuff, and they're like, we're Homeland Security. But the thing is, I already knew they were Homeland Security. Here's why. In a past life, like 4 years ago, when every journalist was doing this, I had a job recapping TV shows. I got hired at The Observer, which Jared Kushner owned at the time, but I was new, right? So all those papers that did TV show recaps, like if you were like high up in the ranks there, you got to cover Game of Thrones, right? But I was new, so they made me cover this TV show called Homeland, which is terrible.
I have seen that show.
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. No one wanted to watch it, right? And they were like, do you want to cover season 5 of Homeland?
Ooh,
and I was
shit.
like, all right, well, I'll take for money, yeah, sure. But in order to cover that show, I had to watch 4 seasons of Homeland to catch up on it in like a month. So I was losing my fucking mind having dreams about Homeland. And then when the actual Homeland Security came to my apartment, I was like, oh, I know you. Like, you're my friends from TV.
Play the theme song for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, watching Homeland for money, I would probably look into like crash test dummy positions or something instead.
Can you test drugs on me, sir? That is basically what Homeland is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Felix got the job of recapping that Kurt Sutter show, the Bastard show or whatever it was, and it was like nobody watched it. That was stark.
Kurt Sutter. I've never even heard of that.
Kurt Sutter. I made my bones talking about Kurt Sutter, Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, those fuckers. Okay, Riding Through This World. I remember that shit.
Yeah, that was the best show ever made. That's what made me an anarchist, by the way.
Yeah,
Sons of Anarchy. I watched that show and I was like, these guys got these fucking dads that make $20,000 a year and ride around on motorcycles got something going on.
Yeah, Anarchy's my dad. That's why.
Yeah, you are more legit than we are. Like you live in a squat and
he pays rent now.
Oh, you do?
You pay rent now.
I do.
Boo him. He sold out.
Yeah.
He sold out.
Yeah, we have to. It's a whole fucking thing.
The government tried to take his house away from him. That's why he has to pay rent now. Julia Salazar, right?
We got in a fight with Julia Salazar. That was fucking weird. She's cool now, but it was weird for a minute.
You have to fight for your right to live in a glue factory. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's like this was the show. We brought Jake and the Sams. No 3 people have more feuds than Jake and the Sams going on at one time. It's magnificent.
Yeah, I think I'm safe out here in the Midwest.
Yeah,
Back in New York, people are showing up to shows to fight me and shit.
Yeah, Louis Gomez, right?
Yeah. The rattlesnake showed up to fight me.
The Puerto Rican rattlesnake spit on you.
And they're all mad that I'm a pizza guy because they don't understand class politics like we do, where we're like, no, it's cool that I have a job.
I do this show for pizza guys.
Yeah.
And gals and non-binary pals. But yeah, this is for the people that deliver pizza.
Yeah.
What's wrong with them?
Pizza pals. I like that better. How about this Mayo Pizza? Mayor Pizza. Well, I have like a Halloween costume. It's Mayor Pete, and then he also delivers pizzas.
Keep that under your hat, man.
So when I was growing up, these guys that lived across the street from me used to get this BLT pizza every month, and the sauce was mayo, and then they put the lettuce, tomato, and bacon on it, and they fucking flipped out about it when I was growing up. They were like, "We gotta get that fucking mayo pizza, dude."
Oh man, no, that's not okay.
I think it's wrong too.
Toss the lettuce and the mayonnaise, right?
Yeah.
Catfish Biff's pizza?
It might have been Catfish Biff's. I can't really remember.
Catfish Biff had a good pizza on the east side. She knows right there.
She knows what he's talking about. Catfish Biff's, baby. Is it time to bring up our musical performances?
All right, everybody. That's Jake Flores. Give him a round of applause.
I have merch for sale, and I have one of my shirts. I have a 3XL. That's the only of the shirt I have. So if anyone wants a 3XL, come haggle with me.
So to close out the show here, we got a special musical guest by the name of Eddie Bars and Young and Eight. They're local hip-hop artists that Jake introduced me to. You want to tell about them? You want to talk about them? Their shit is so good, and we got to stop giving support to these coastal elites when we got the good shit right here in town, right?
Yeah, Eddie and Youngin, man, they are definitely dope. You can catch all their music and shit on Spotify. It's on all streaming services. Same thing with my stuff. Shameless self-promotion. Icy Jake, Eddie Bars, Young and 8. Lots of cool stuff. Lots of local people. Lots of real shit. Lots of street shit. That's what I like. That's what I grew up on. It's just like, that shit is nice. You know what I mean? So
You can get my stuff on Apple Podcasts and Stitcher.
But also,
Patreon.
we're doing a show February 8th. Icy Jake here. He's going to do his entire albums, Terrorist Threats. If you've listened to it, it's fucking dope. We're going to do a full show at the Oracle February 8th, and Eddie and Young are going to be there with us.
yeah, it's gonna be dope. I want to keep it kind of more intimate. I'm gonna kind of explain a lot of the meanings and shit behind some of my music and just the situation that happened with me that inspired a lot of this. Similar with the other Jake, apparently the government just does not fuck with Jakes for real, or fucks with us a little bit too much. You know what I mean? And got arrested for some shit, but. And without the street fighters, you know what I mean, I wouldn't have been able to get out of jail, pay for court, and I figured the only thing I can do is rap. I can talk a lot and, put words together and shit. So I was like, well, let me just do that and repay y'all back. It's on all the streaming services, but it's also available for free. You know what I mean? So just if anybody can't afford us on SoundCloud, everybody got SoundCloud links. Everybody dropping raps and shit. YouTube is on YouTube.
And I told them y'all were a good crowd, so I need everybody to move up and get in here. We're gonna get wild. Maybe not crowd surfing, not yet, unless they want it to happen. But everybody, give a big round of applause for Jake Flores, and get ready to get fucking hype. This is Eddie Bars and Young and 8. Let's do this shit.
What's up, everybody? What's good? What's good? So first off, I just wanted to piggyback, or first thank everybody for coming out. I loved all the acts. Jake, my comedian, we definitely got to talk before I leave. I got some skits I want to go over with you. But I first wanted to just touch on the point of the politics in the state that we are in right now as a country. Of course, we are African Americans. Sometimes I'm not sure about this guy, but I definitely wanted to touch on the point of just working hard for ourselves. Obviously, the government isn't our friend like they want to pretend to be. They don't hand out stuff to us like they should. They aren't helping us get into these jobs like they should be. So this first song is called My Own. Me and my brother collabed on this, just sitting in the studio one night, just thinking of ideas and just thought about it. My whole life, I kind of been doing everything on my own. Unfortunately, my family wasn't there for me as much. I kind of just had to learn how to work and travel and meet people and do my own connections. And my brother, we actually have the same birthday, September 7th. Shout out any Virgos. We was talking and we thought that idea would definitely be good to touch on. So first track is called My Own. We definitely about to get very energetic for you all. So feel free to loosen up. If you had to work hard and get on your own, you're gonna feel it. You're gonna feel it. DJ, spin that. Once again, I am Eddie Bars. You can find me spelled like Eddie Murphy, E-D-D-I-E, not a Y. My Young boy. and 8. You can find me on all your sounds, all your streaming sites. Yeah, I got it on my own. Got it on my own. Trap. I ain't had no plug and no big homie to put me on. They ain't put me on. I know they mad as fucking nigga just got on. I just got on. Yeah, I got it on my own. Yeah, I got it on my own. Yeah, I got it on my own. 2 shots to your dome. 2 shots to your dome. 2 shots to your dome. We ain't talking on the phone. We ain't talking on the phone. We ain't talking on the phone. And if I kill the game, they treat me like I'm wrong. Yeah, I got it on my own. And roll up the green, man, a little bit of green ain't gonna hurt me and you. Had to grind, had to see it through. All this time just to beat is cool. All this time just to beat is due. All the shit that it took just to get here. Went off-road, but I had them good years. 2 tacos, a beer, and a half a blunt can. Use the card, only cash, cause we on the run. Hit the dash, gas smashed, then we on the move. Thought I had 5 gallons left, but it's only 2. What I'm about to do, I'm about to lose my mind, I ain't lying, I'm about to spaz. I'm about to go crazy, I'm going past my limit. These visions, I've been having them vegan digits, seem so realistic. Yeah, I got it on my own. Yeah, I got it on my own. Yeah, I got it on my own. Trap. I ain't had no plug and no big homie to put me on. They put me on. I know they mad as fucking niggas just got on. I just got on. Yeah, I got it on my own. Yeah, I got it on my own. Yeah, I got it on my own. On my own. 2 shots to your dome. 2 shots to your dome. 2 shots to your dome. On my dome. We ain't talking on the phone. We ain't talking on the phone. We ain't talking on the phone. On the phone. And if I kill the game, they treat me like I'm wrong. Like I'm wrong. Yeah, I got it on my own. Treat a nigga like you ain't shit. Ain't shit. Fuck that. stack, gotta take shit. Take shit. Ski mask with the fully loaded chopper, nigga. Man, tell me where his place is. Tell me where his place is. Pull up and look vacant. I know it's niggas in there waiting. Fuck the waiting shit, I need cash now. I'm running in and I'm blowing niggas down. Going down. Kill a nigga, then I'm headed out of town. 2 bags and it's like 100,000. 4 bricks and that nigga had a pound. The way I kick it and flip it, I need a bow. Praying on my knees, Lord forgive me now. I wish I was still here to see me now. I know he looking at it, I know he got a smile. They gon' ask me how I get it. Yeah, I got it on my own. Yeah, I got it on my own. On my own. Chopping out the bacon home. Chopping out the bacon home. Chopping out the bacon home. Trap. I ain't had no plug and no big homie to put me on. Ain't put me on. I know they mad as fucking nigga just got on. I just got on. Yeah, I got it on my own. Yeah, I got it on my own. Yeah, I got it on my own. On my own. 2 shots to your dome. 2 shots to your dome. 2 shots to your dome. We ain't talking on the phone. We ain't talking on the phone. We ain't talking on the phone. On the phone. And if I kill the game, then treat me like I'm wrong. Like I'm wrong. Yeah, I got it wrong. Alright, so we want to just warm up for you guys. Turn up the down. Honestly.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
That's how we stepping in. We came in with the J. You know they knock off though. We ain't spending no real money on none of this. You ready, my brother? Let's go. Hey. Fucking bad bitches with my chains on. Figure put the cash with my rings on. Step in the party with my J's on. Hey. Fucking bad bitches with my chains on. Figure put the cash with my rings on. Step in the party with my J's on. Guess what? I walk in with my J's on. In with my J's. I walk in with my J's. I walk in. I walk in. I walk in with my J's on. In with my J's. I walk in with my J's. I walk in. I walk in. New J's, man, I'm getting paid. Young guy nigga with a billy on the way. Talk to the plug, got more on the way. I make what you make and I blow it in the day. I show too much love for a fuck nigga to hate. You ain't making money, then move out my way. Young niggas moving, they shoot what I say. Catch you at the party, kill you in the day. Ooh, young nigga diamonds all in my wrist. Ooh, yo bitch looking like a licorice. Ooh, I'm on the block and I'm getting hella rich. Ooh, fucking bad bitch, say this hella bitch. Woo, she bring me to intelligent. OG my medicine. Getting paid at nighttime. David Letterman, I'm a fucking veteran. Ooh, yeah, money coming in and it won't stop. The bitch fuck me good, call me Big Pop. 38 nigga, this a 6 shot. Spent 10 bands on my wristwatch. Served 10 days on my flip flop. 2 fine for a hoes doing lip lock. Catch a nigga slipping, boy, I think not. Get a nigga wet like a tank top. Hey, so what's up? Got all this money, where the fuck them hoes? Where he at? Where he at? Where he at? They sliding up and down the fucking pole. What? Got all this money, where the fuck them hoes? Hey. She said, fuck them niggas that be broke. Fucking bad bitches with my chains on. Thinking fuck the cash with my rings on. Step in the party with my J's on. Hey, fucking bad bitches with my chains on. Thinking fuck the cash with my rings on. Step in the party with my J's on. I walk in with my J's. I walk in with my J's. I walk in with my J's. I walk in. I walk in. I walk in with my J's. I walk in with my J's. I walk in with my J's. I walk in. I walk in. Yeah. All right. So, we definitely want to make sure y'all turned up and ready. All right. So for this one, we got something special for y'all. About to run it up, man. You gotta run it up. Other incomes, at least 2 types of incomes. Run it up. Yo, bitch, a virgin, I just took her innocence. What? Straight off the top, bitch, I'm in this bitch. Roll up the dope, man, the speakers bang in this bitch. What is this shit? It's the Genesis. Fuck your rhythm, up 20 phones. Fucked her and dropped her off in no clothes. What's up? Hey, you know I had to cop that. And I want it, that's my motto. Can't stop that. You know I'm getting money, but you know I'm fucking bitches. Man, if I fuck that bitch, you gon' swallow. Talk to the plug, he just hit me up. Say he pulling up in a 16-wheeler truck. Me and my mama sister, she bad as fuck. She ride with a nigga straight in the cut. She play with them hammers, she ride with them shooters. Man, schedule appointment, she stitch you up. You see what I'm rocking, you see what I'm driving, nigga. You can tell that I'm rich as fuck. And shooters beside me, they ready to die. Nigga, play with your life and they line you up. And it's money you're making, it ain't up for rap, my nigga. Why the fuck is you mad at us? let the chopper bust.
What?
Them fuck niggas don't wanna fuck with us. I got voices in my head keep telling me to kill all you niggas, man. I ain't finna spare shit. Man, I ain't finna spare shit. Niggas, they been hating. What? How the fuck you give 80 below a 10 rating? I'm the motherfucking greatest. I'm a generation, just face it.
What's up?
Fucking on your bitch while I'm facing the blunt. I show her no love, but she fucking a nigga like it's the first day of the month. Pistol on me weigh a ton. I'm running up every check I can get.
Run it up,
Run it up quick. I'm running up every check I can get. Ooh, run it up quick. 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 Run it up quick. Gotta run this shit up quick. Ooh, I just seen a bad bitch. Pulled over, man, I had to pull over quick. Now I gotta talk to her quick. Hey, had to talk to her real slick. Hey, now she all over my dick. Hey, so I had to fuck her real quick. Pass her on Swift to my nigga, young. I had to put on some real shit. Show her how to drill shit. Show her how to really break down an ounce, man. Show her how to really kill shit. Hold on. Or you talking about that little bitch Rhonda, the one with the big booty in a Honda? Or you talking about that little bitch Ashley, little bad thigh bitch smoke mad weed? I'm talking about this stupid bitch Pink. Okay. Fat ass and she let her eat Twinkies. Little fat bitch. On the molly she be acting all kinky. The bitch kinky. I let you fuck but it never be a freebie. Run it up. Run it up. I see it's a lot of energy in this crowd tonight. We was gonna take it slow because I thought y'all was gonna need something welcome in, but I think they ready for us to turn it up.
Let's turn it up.
Everybody in this crowd right now, if you didn't have to work and you could get paid, you would probably be doing that, right? Let me see a show of hands. I need to see who's trying to get paid.
Who's trying to get paid?
Okay.
Because I want to hear that. Y'all can chant this. Y'all can chant this.
All right, so we're going to have a nice chorus going here, and it's going to get consistent.
Chant this to your boss.
This is stamina. You guys ready?
Hey.
Y'all ready?
I'm trying to get paid.
Y'all ready? All right, we're going to have y'all follow us. On the count of three, we about to get paid. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to get paid. 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 Hey,
what you say?
Fuck the government.
I'm trying to get paid. Pull up, called me, told me he ain't fall. He riding away. I give you anything you need. I'm going by the day. I keep them shooters on the side of me, boy. You know they gon' spray. All these niggas go down, nigga. So they gotta pay. You know they gon' pay. You know they late. Money on time and it's never late. You know they gon' hate. You know they fake. Black out the cool, we call it okay. Serving them J's, I'm hitting the plays. I'm sucking and chopping and feel like a maze. I'm whipping the dope and it look like some glaze. Hollow tips like they niggas be brave. They niggas get brave. They niggas get brave. Niggas mad that I'm paid. Niggas mad that I'm paid. They niggas get brave. They niggas get brave. Niggas mad that I'm paid. Niggas mad that I'm paid. Trying to get 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 paid. I'm trying to get paid. Trying to get paid. I'm trying to get paid. What's up?
Fuck the government.
Hey, give a fuck what you say. Hey, hey, hey. I'm trying to get paid. Trying to get paid. I'm 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 trying to get paid.
That don't want us to better ourselves.
Give a fuck what you say.
We gotta get this money.
Hey, I'm trying to get paid. Trying to get paid, my nigga. Work like a slave, my nigga.
Work.
Grind to the grave, my nigga. Blow can't save, my nigga.
Blow.
All these change, my nigga. Swear I won't change, my nigga. Niggas be bugging, my nigga. I grab that rate, my nigga. Hey. 40 on my side, I gotta grab that. Fuck on your bitch, know I had that. Run in your house with a bags at. Little niggas asking where the cash at. Don't get what you like, just hit blackjack. Smoking like a doobie, now I'm past that. Hit a swear, making money off the cash app. Got cheese, bitch, caught in the rat trap. Blast that. 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 I'm trying to get paid. Yeah. I'm trying to get paid.
One more time for me.
Hey, I'm trying to get paid.
Testing y'all. This is just a warm up.
Let's get it. I'm trying to get paid.
3.
Hey. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying to get paid. 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 Yeah. Give a fuck what you say. I'm trying to get paid. Blast it.
So this next one, again, that was just a warm-up. Same thing on this next one. Brett, I know you're going to like this next one.
I don't understand what's going on here.
I'm going to need some water. Let me get my brain readjusted. So this next one goes out for all of my brothers and sisters that's lit. All day, every day, you ain't changing yourself, depending on your situation, you're always lit. Warm it up. Everything lit. Everything about to be lit this year, man. It's 2020. Everything lit. Again on the count of 3. Everything lit. Everything lit. Everything lit. Diamonds ain't lit. Diamonds ain't what? Chain so lit. Chain so what? The whip game lit. Whip game what? The bitch so lit. Bitch so what? Diamonds ain't lit. Club so lit. Club so lit. The whip game lit. Whoa. The bitch so lit. Lit. Everything lit. Ask my hoes. Eddie ain't cuffin', I know they be fucking, don't trust these hoes. They want my dick. Yeah, they want a tip. Yeah. I told that bitch she gon' roll it up quick. Hey, roll it up. Here go the lighter. It's about to get lit. All of my niggas be holding no poker, they tucking the stick. Whoa. We rolling in money. Rolling it. That's something you wish. Yeah. 2,000 for my pants, boy. 10 on the wrist. 50 on the whip. Hands on the wheel. Yeah. You don't know about money, boy. That's a deal. That's a steal. You a fake boy. You ain't even real. You ain't real. Yeah. Talking to these people got me feeling like I'm Phil. Okay. And he the doctor. He the doctor. Smoking like a Rasta. Like a Rasta. Bitch, I'm high and I'm fucking hungry. I'm gonna eat some pasta. Pasta. Maybe with some lobster. Flights on the chopper. Yeah, I've been taking cities over like I was a monster. Listen, everything lit. Diamonds they lit. Cherries they lit. They lit. Yeah. Everything lit. Diamonds they lit. Yeah. Everything lit. All right. I gave y'all a little break with the verse. Now we back to the chorus. Y'all ready? Everything lit on the count of 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Everything lit. Everything lit. Diamonds ain't lit. This club so lit. My whip game lit. My bitch so lit. Diamonds ain't lit. The whip game lit. The whip game lit. The whip game lit. Whip game lit. My bitch so lit. One more time. Everything lit. Everything lit. Diamonds ain't lit. They lit. The club so lit. The car so what? The whip game lit. Whip go what? This ain't my beer. What? Diamonds so lit. The club so lit. The whip game lit. The whip game. No, seriously though, what happened to my fresh beer that I brought up here? Everything lit. Where's the Miller Lite? I appreciate you guys rocking with us. Thank you. Let's get it. But we got more for you. We got more. Stay tuned with us. This next one, I was gonna ask for a request for everybody to pull out their phone, get some flashes, some lights going. This is my boy Young and A single. It's called Lights. Lights. So I want everybody to get a lit Lights. in here. Lights. And this goes crazy, so prepare Lights. yourself. Hey. Trap house booming every night. I made like 50 grand just overnight. Bitches they begging, wanna spend the night. After I hit, you gotta take a flight. Jewelry is lit just like a Christmas light. 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 Hey, hit you once, can't hit you twice. You told me be safe, that's some good advice. I got them killers killing every night. Hey, you better not live without that pipe. Hey, your prices they overpriced. We smoking loud, but she want that white. She want that white. Top and ride me like a bike. I get that money, don't believe the hype. Hey, and what they told you, that was probably right. That's probably right. Money and murder, drugs is every night. That's every night. I'm from a city, that's a scary sight. That's a scary sight. Where it's easy just to lose your life. Easy just to lose your life. Trap house booming every night. Hey. I made like 50 grand just overnight. Bitches they begging, wanna spend a night. After I hit you, gotta take a flight. Jewelry is lit just like a Christmas light. Light. Jewelry is lit just like a Christmas light. Light. Jewelry is lit just like a Christmas light. Light. Jewelry is lit just like a Christmas light. What? Light. Let's go, man. Y'all get a it. good crowd, man. Y'all great crowd. I love the energy. We Keep might that need shit y'all. coming. That was Keep probably it the one coming. though. Out of all the songs, I gotta admit it again. That lights go crazy, brother.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's get it.
So
though.
y'all ever get that bubble gut feeling like when something bad happened? Y'all know y'all gonna have to face the consequences.
You was in a jam
but
or
you really
something?
don't want to.
I just got caught up.
I just got caught up while counting my cash. I just got caught up in my bitch's mad. I just got caught up while doing the dash. I just got caught up. I just got caught up in my bitch's mad. I just got caught up while doing the dash. I just got caught up, I'm going too fast. I just got caught up. I just got caught up while counting my cash. I just got caught up in my bitch's mad. I just got caught up while doing the dash. I just got caught up. Yeah. I just got caught up in my bitch's mad. I just got caught up while doing the dash. I just got caught up. Hey, I've been caught up, shot at, caught block, calls too. You should be afraid of me. Treat my name like Beetlejuice. Choose wisely when you speak it, leave you leaking. I kidnap your ass on Monday and I'll hold you to the weekend. Do this frequently. These hoes be feeling me. I'm about to kill this beat. I'm about to roast some weed. Hey, roll that. I got that bag full with the cheese now. No groceries. No groceries. I got that backpack with a full round. Come close to me. You niggas jokes to me. What you see? Yeah. Yeah, I guess you wonder why. I got some different type of guys. All of my guys is down the ride. For real. I got guidelines and principles. Some of y'all don't, and I won't mention you. Sound like a skunk inside an institute. A monkey might remember you, but I'm not him. I'm not him. I'm so glad for that break. And he not me. And he not what? Whoa, whoa. And I got blocks of that cheese. Jeez. I just got caught up. I just got caught up while counting my cash. I just got caught up in my bitch's mad. Caught up while doing the dash. I just got caught up. I just got caught up while counting my cash. I just got caught up in my bitch's mad. I just got caught up while doing the dash. I just got caught up. I just got caught up while counting my cash. I just got caught up in my bitch's mad. I just got caught up while doing the dash. I just got caught up. I just got caught up in my bitch's mad. I just got caught up while doing the dash. I just got caught up. I'm going too fast. I just got caught up. Woo. Yeah. When you're looking at rear view and you see that police officer in the rear view, I be trying to take off. And you think you about to get pulled over, you don't know what's gonna happen. All right, so that's caught up. Next we got. Wait, is this the one?
Yeah, this the one.
Oh, jeez. All right, so yeah, we definitely gonna need a break for that. DJ, go ahead, let that come through real quick.
Swerve like music. You already know what it is.
You already know what it is. We all
I
trying to
stay
grind
living
to that
this
big
bitch,
money.
nigga.
We trying to get to a meal.
Blow where we at, nigga.
Y'all understand? Them little thousands, them little hundreds.
Grinding,
ain't
trying
gonna
to
last
get
us
to
too
a
long. Let me hear y'all.
Hey,
I'm on my grind to a million.
I'm on my grind to a million. Hey, niggas be chameleons. Hey, niggas be chameleons. Stack that paper to the ceiling.
Follow me.
Stack that paper to the ceiling. My bitch be all in her feelings. My bitch be all in her feelings. I'm on my grind to a million. I'm on my grind to a million. Hey, niggas be chameleons. Hey, niggas be chameleons. Stack that paper to the ceiling. Stack that paper to the ceiling. My bitch be all in her feelings. My bitch be all in her feelings. Young and grinding to a million.
A million.
Young and grinding to a billion.
A billion.
And after that, I need a
trillion.
And after that, I need a Brazilian. With a fat ass on a fucking bitch. Little niggas know I tote the heat. Getting money straight up off the street. Dirty money, but this shit be neat. I told him pistol, I feel like Pistol Pete. I've been on my grind now for weeks. Long nights, I don't get no sleep. Give me an Uber like 10 freaks. Blowing pounds like this shit is free. Drinking lean like this shit is cheap. It slowed me down, but it helped me think. All this gold on, I feel like Shabba Ranks. Running in out of fucking banks with a bad bitch just like Tyra Banks. Head was good and the pussy straight. She got a body first 48. You never been broke, then you can't relate. I'm chasing these meals, can't miss a plate. Big 4-5 and it's on my waist.
That's what?
Nigga, you tripping, I ain't losing no race.
I'm on my grind to a million.
Hey,
I'm on my grind to a million.
Hey,
hey, niggas be chameleons.
Hey, niggas be chameleons. Stack that paper to the ceiling. Stack that paper to the ceiling. My bitch be all in her feelings. My bitch be all in her feelings. I'm on my grind to a million. I'm on my grind to a million. Hey, niggas be chameleons. Hey, niggas be chameleons. Stack that paper to the ceiling. Stack that paper to the ceiling. My bitch be all in her feelings. My bitch be all in her feelings. I'm on my grind to a million. Let's get it.
You gotta stay on your ground. I think this is gonna be the closing one for y'all. This is Call Me. We're gonna slow it down just a little bit. This goes out to our ladies, of course. And our non-binaries, forgive me. All right. Youngin. I told you I was gonna pick mine out. I think I found mine. All right, let's go.
Hey. Got a big bag on me.
Got a big bag on me.
She love them finer things.
Say she love them finer things.
All this cash on me.
All this cash on me.
Let me take you on the shopping spree.
Let me take you on the shopping spree.
All this cash on me.
All this cash on me.
Designer and them diamond rings.
Designer and the diamond rings.
She know just where I be.
She know where a nigga be.
Need it, girl, then you can call me.
Hey.
She calling me up every night, I get her right. And I be tearing it up, I lay the pipe. Her last nigga ain't got shit on me. I want her last nigga really wanna be. Baby, call on me. When you need me. And I come through. This is M.I.G.
M.I.G. Yeah.
I wanna do you well. I got weed, you got shells. Let you whip it with no L's.
With no L's.
Head to the trap, I gotta meet some clientele. I'll bring you with me, girl, just make sure you don't tell.
You don't tell.
And can you keep this work in that brand new Chanel?
Brand new Chanel.
I do the speed limit, baby, don't worry about 12. Don't worry about bills, don't worry about hoes, don't worry about shit.
Don't worry about shit.
Them niggas hating, then you know I get them hit.
I get them hit.
And they gon' hate cause you stay in the latest fits.
Yeah.
It's time to go, baby, I gotta make a flip. Got a big bag on me.
Got a big bag on me.
She love them finer things.
She love them finer things.
All this cash on me.
All this cash on me.
Let me take you on the shopping spree.
Let me take you on the shopping spree.
All this cash on me.
All this cash on me.
Designer and them diamond rings.
Designer and the diamond rings.
She know just where I be. I ain't seen it, girl, then you can call me.
You should just call me. You should call me. You should come through while you stalling. I don't understand. I got all these bands on me. Yeah. On me. Hey. Shorty, why you wanna play around? Does you turn your back on me? I just wanna be next to you under my sheet. That is all I ever really wanted, girl. What you want from me? I look at you and I see all the same shit I see in me.
Got that blam on me.
On me. Hey, I gotta keep it when I'm in the streets. I do not shit while I eat. Only do clean deals. Still moving that lean still. Still moving that green still. Now she wanna be my wife. Shorty ain't even my type. I just wanna her for the night. Yeah, my bitch gotta have her bag. I don't even mean to brag. Yeah, I got stacks. Got a big bag on me. Yeah.
She love them finer things.
Yeah.
All this cash on me.
All this cash on me.
Let me take you on the shopping.
Let me take you on the shopping spree.
All this cash on me.
All this cash on me.
Designer and them diamond rings.
Designer and them diamond rings.
She know just where I be.
She know where a nigga be.
Need it, girl, then you can call me.
Alright. Yeah. I love that beat so much. I love that beat so much I had to make a remix. Let's get it. What they know, what they don't, what they think, what they own.
Hey.
I don't know. In my zone, I don't blink. In the stool, bitch, I'm up. I can't drink. Unless it's lean.
Money, Luna dead on the scene. My new chopper, let it sing. What's that in your cup? It's Easter pigs. When she off the molly, she turned to a freak.
Little freak one. She gon' let me fuck for free and then we eat some. We gon' turn on channel 2 and talk about politics. I'm gon' fuck her, it's gon' come up that she swallow it. I got way too much money. If you want it, then ask. Hey, girl, come get this cash. Say, girl, come get this cash. I'm up in my bag. What they don't, what they think, what they own. I don't know. In my zone, I don't blink. In the stew, I can't drink unless it's lean. Money leave them dead on the scene. Yeah, my new chopper, let it sing. Yeah, hey, what's that in your cup? It's Easter pink. When she off the molly, she turned to a freak. Hey, one more time. What they know, what they don't, what they think, what they own. What they own, I don't know. In my zone, I don't blink. Hey, I don't blink. In the stool, bitch, I'm up. I can't sleep. Hey, I can't sleep. I can't drink unless it's lean. Whoa, whoa. That's it. Who said the mic drop? That's it. Let's get it. Thank you. I want to give a shout out to Brent. I want to give a shout out to Jay. Give a shout out to all the other performers that came out. Shout out to the crowd. Thanks for the energy, y'all.
Crowd.
I love this crowd.
We really appreciate
I love
you
this
guys.
crowd. It's the best crowd. It's the best crowd.
We will definitely be back to see you guys
Street
soon.
Fighters in the building. Y'all know what it is.
All right, Mike's back.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. I knew you were going to love it. They're the best at this shit. We're doing it again on February 8th. Come rock with us. No bullshit politics. All partying all day long. February 8th, the Oracle. Come out. We're Street Fight Radio. That's Young and 8. That's Eddie Bars. Give him a round of applause.
I love y'all. Y'all was dope.